What up, everybody? Episode 808. Sheep will be here in a little bit to join us. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the Crypto Black Sheep Show. I'm not gonna run out of breath like our boy Black Sheep. He will be here shortly. Thanks for joining us, guys. Remember, we're not always for the faint of heart. We're not always kid-friendly. And what you hear is definitely never financial or legal advice. All right, let's get into it. What is up, everybody? Thanks for joining me today. Black Sheep will be here shortly. He just had some errands he had to run. So I went ahead and got it started. Any of you guys that you saw the thumbnail and the title, right? Well, there was a Black Sheep imposter going around last night. Even DM'd me and was all, "Hey, Shane, I need you to text me as soon as you have a minute. It's urgent." Like, this person had... They must either think we're really stupid or they're really stupid. But anyways, we all know. Thanks for joining. I really I don't have any set thing to talk about. And usually when there's nothing to talk about, I just rant, and we gotta be careful what we say on YouTube. So how's ARC doing for you guys, man? Are you guys liking it? I personally am enjoying what they have built. The rely thing, still haven't gotten into that one myself, but I'm looking forward to it. Come on. Out of the 7 people. Oh, I'm not alone.
What up?
I felt like you now when you're all alone and you're like,
Right.
I was like, you know me, I just start ranting when I'm bored, guys, and we got to be careful. Hoping someone would give me a topic. People probably would have given me the wrong topic, and I'd have been like, "Oh, I can't talk about that." We got 7 people out there watching, though.
Yeah.
Where are you heading back from? You just dropped the kid off?
Yeah, I just dropped the kid off.
Cool. Hey, I got the right intro song this time. I had to go look at the screenshot I sent you. Like, oh, I know it now.
Right.
So how's your day going?
Good.
Is it raining out there?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's actually been raining a little bit out here.
It actually just stopped. It's been raining like most of the day.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's been raining off and on, a little bit of snow, mostly rain today. But I don't know. What about has anybody been keeping up on the Bay Area, how it's going there, or talk to Cross?
Oh yeah, that's probably why we're getting all this rain, huh?
Yeah, Cross, if you're watching, dude, how has that storm affected you guys? Is it as bad as they say? Or DS? Either of you guys, they're both Bay Area boys. Cali boys.
DS.
Oh, this smug Cali boys. Like, well, if Californians didn't move to Reno, your economy wouldn't be doing so great. Yeah, it would. Be doing better.
What's up, Crispy?
Come here, Ludo. Leave her food alone, dude. Oh, yeah, everyone's quiet today. There's only Crispy's the only comment we've had.
Yeah.
7 watching in 5 minutes. Come on, guys, step it up. They must have heard it was just going to be me and my dog potentially, and they were like, "Yeah, fuck that." Oh, hey puppies. Hey puppies. So,
Yeah.
How's Rely doing? Still on an upward trend?
Yeah, contract balance rising. They're gonna be doing their NFT things. Next couple of days, they're gonna be selling those NFTs. I think I'm gonna get a couple.
Shit, I need to get my money back right so I could get in on that.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
So, I'm almost by the end of the month. I'll have my first maxed out Furio account, and I'll be putting a whole $40 a day into the bank. Whoop whoop.
Nice. Hey, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, that and the $40 a day I'm putting from Drip after taxes, and about the $40. Like that's like the magic number all of a sudden. Like from making hundreds to
like
thousands.
$40 every day of the week is more than fucking minimum wage, you know?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because 7 days a week, yeah.
Yeah, 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, like I have like my 3 main like incomes that I actually take from. Yeah, they each make me now about $40 a day, which is a far cry from what they used to make me.
Right.
It's difficult when you go from making over 1,000 a day in something to under 100. Oh, puppy. Step on it. Let's hear that. Let's hear that beast.
Still a little wet out.
Even better. Have you ever slid sideways taking corners too fast?
Huh?
Have you slid out in any corners yet, taking them too fast?
Not really. Not completely slid out.
Because I bet we have a little bit of water on those grounds. If you stomped on around a corner, I bet you that sucker will want to go.
Tesla tried to get in front of me. I was like, nope.
No, Joseph Smith. I did not only put $500 into Furio. I put like 866 in, buddy. Get it right.
866, and you almost got a maxed out account.
Yeah, it was like 866 or 868, something like that, is what I put in there. But I mean, I have. What's that?
How long did it take you to max it out?
This since it launched, I've been, like I ROI'd, I compounded for like a month, and then I like 4x'd my ROI, and then I started compounding for months again. And then ever since they did the change down to the 89-cent thing, I went down to the 1.75%. Otherwise, I would have maxed out today if I would have just kept running at 2.5%. So I mean, that's why even when the maxi fags of Drip were like, oh, it doesn't count if you're not claiming it. I'm like, bro, I'm still going to get to a maxed out account way faster and for way less, out of pocket on Furio, even with the shit price it currently is. Hey, Cross, how are you guys doing in Cali? Is that storm as bad as they were claiming, or all their electric cars? Oh, look at that. All their little electric cars are just like all fizzling out in the rain.
Yeah, this thing sounds fucking badass.
Yeah, I love the sound of that truck, dude. If nothing more, just the sound of that truck, dude, even at idle.
Right. Yeah. She's gonna sound fucking mean when I do the upgrades on her.
Yeah, it's gonna sound even nastier, I know.
With the fucking cams and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what I figured, Cross, that you would be good at far enough inland when you told me how far you were. So did they? Because I don't watch the news. Did it did a water spout, come end up popping up in San Francisco area, or was it or not? Because I know they were claiming that like basically a hurricane in the Bay Area was going to happen.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hurricane in the Bay Area.
That's what,
That's
but I
crazy.
haven't, I mean, I don't follow the news, but I haven't heard any major shit about people saying it happened as bad as they were predicting. So,
That would fuck shit up, man. I don't think
hell yeah.
the bridge is that bridge fucking designed to withstand a hurricane?
I think I think it's designed to handle up to about 100-mile-per-hour winds or something. It is designed to handle a pretty high wind load, but
Yeah.
I highly doubt hurricane wind loads.
Yeah, right. They probably had to close that bridge down.
Oh yeah. Even when they do have high
Check
winds,
it for
they'll
stress
close the
cracks.
bridge down. Because that area where they put the bridge is known to have high winds coming, off of the ocean.
Yeah.
Damn. Look
Oh
at
my
that.
god.
Even
People with
in
their license
Valero
plates.
gas station, structure broke down, tons of people's cars and houses wrecked by trees. Floods everywhere on the roads. Is it still going on right now? Because I'm just curious, because I know by this weekend we're supposed to have more bad weather, snow, but we didn't really get much snow today, at least not down in the valley. Maybe Tahoe's probably getting freaking destroyed right now. Good thing Jeremy Renner isn't going to have to plow his driveway again, huh? Damn. Real bad in Frisco. Where the hell's everybody else at? Hey, so what has your average gas mileage been since going to the E85?
City like 7.3, 7.4. I've been on the highway the last couple of days, so it's 8.2 right now.
And that's good. I'm getting killer gas mileage, 8.2.
Right.
Now, when you
No, it's
started
great,
with the
man.
E8, did you reset your truck's counter when you started it with the E85?
Yeah. Yeah, but the
Okay.
highest I got was like 12 when I was going out to San Diego.
And that was off of
So,
regular gas or E85?
no, that was the 85.
Okay.
When I took it to San Diego, I already had that conversion done.
So then regular gas, you would have probably still been getting 13, 14 miles, maybe. That's not bad.
Probably, yeah.
Especially for what
Yeah.
you've done. Like my truck stock only gets it's rated at 18 miles on the highway. I think it's gotten closer. I don't remember, like closer to like 22 when I'm chilling on the highway.
Okay.
But my truck, I mean,
Nice.
it's not as bad as yours, but it's bad. Like when I stomp on it, all of a sudden it goes to like 1 or 2 miles a gallon.
Nice. Yeah, it's not bad, dude, for what it is, for the
What
fucking
up,
beast
Donnie?
that it is.
Yeah. I mean, there's not many trucks that I've been impressed with in my life, and yours is one. The only ones that have ever impressed me are in Vegas, and they would be like these like dirt like turbo diesels with like 1200 1400 horsepower. But the thing with them is they have to spool up, and before they launch on you, because they have to spool up and have that big black
Yeah.
cloud.
Right.
So with you just stomp
What are you
on it
talking
and go.
about? A trophy truck?
No, just like big like Duramax and Ford diesels that are
Oh,
street
okay. Yeah,
legal.
yeah.
Guys will build
Yeah.
those like those turbo diesels, like the Cummins turbo diesels. They'll build
Yeah.
those things up for easily over 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
And they're fast, but they have to get that diesel spooled up.
Yeah.
Let's see this Telegram, Instagram. Severe winners.
Yeah, those things got torque for sure.
Oh wow. Yeah, they're getting jacked up over in Northern Cali. How you doing, Donnie?
Yeah, not bad, bruv. Not bad. Bit of a busy start to the morning, but you know how it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Um. Ah. Bloody logged into the Telegram chat first thing this morning. I don't know if you caught my comment.
The what?
I don't know if you caught my comment when I logged on first thing this morning. It's like fucking Groundhog Day when I walk up in the Telegram.
Why? What was the same? Everything?
Yeah, you and Cross going at it about the bloody EVs.
Today it didn't get as intense.
No, yesterday was more of a battle, but yeah.
Yeah. Like I always say, I don't care. If people want EVs, that should be their right to have them. I just don't think that it should be pushed as, oh well, it's a greener option. It's just a different option. It's not greener in any way. It's just different. Like Black Sheep's beautiful truck, if he took his motor and blew it up and had to get rid of it, guess what they would do? They'd melt it down and make a new motor, and there'd be no waste
Yeah.
that's poisoning the earth. But
Yeah. It's ridiculous the lengths that they're going to, to tell other people how to live their lives and how they should be able to do that. I mean, honestly, we are so concerned with what the other person is doing to worry about ourselves and our own problems,
right.
And that principle goes, from day to day life, because over here, I don't know about over there when, especially when all the lockdowns and stuff was happening, you'd have neighbors telling on one another. Like, this
yeah, you guys were
went out,
bad.
Yeah, I know. I, for the life of me, cannot understand how we
that
had
was
a
like
country
California
of people ratting on one another like that.
Californians were doing that, dude. My
Yeah.
cousin's husband, who's this total liberal, born and raised liberal, like he's a nurse, and so he thought he knew better than everyone. He said that if he found out that the family was having more than the 6 people or whatever the governor of that state said they could have, he was going to report them.
What?
Yeah, family. He was going to report
what a dog.
my family, his wife's side of the family, if they had, and they refused, and they said too that they refused to come because 1, my mom wasn't vaccinated, and 2, because it would have made more than the amount of people. So they basically said, nope, the only people that can come is us and our kids, for Christmas to my uncle and aunt.
Oh wow.
So my mom was like, screw it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, good thing I don't live up there. Because I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I like him. He's nice. I get along with him. But I know, just don't touch the politics conversation or the quack scene, any of that.
Yeah. I'm exactly the same way with my parents. Like, if the political argument is brought up at all, we are basically on like polar opposites almost.
Are your parents very liberal?
It's not so much liberal versus conservative over here, more than it is. Well, we call it bloody liberal versus Labor.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's still a 2-party system. It's still rubbish. But they're more of the lefty sort of leaning type things. If laws were to be made and decided upon, they would definitely be on the left leaning side of things. Whereas I've definitely expressed my opinions and perspectives that I'm what you guys might consider more right wing, or red state.
Yeah. What's weird is like a couple of decades ago, what I consider myself more left. I mean, right. I'm left. Right.
I was gonna say, bro,
and definitely more right. But like 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been considered right. It's just because the left went. It's crazy. They went so far one way that people that used to be more moderate and center now appear to be like far
back in the day, like years and years ago, we're talking a couple of decades, right? The left was actually the force for change,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Back
Well,
in
they
them
still
days,
want change. They want control type
Yeah,
change.
yeah, exactly. Wrong sort. It's been distorted like several other topics that I'm not sure I'm going to bring up on the stream. Yeah, yeah. So where are you off to, sheep? Oh, he's
I
gone.
think he just got home. He was picked Sarah's son up from school
Ah,
or
yep.
whatever.
Nice. Hmm.
No, I didn't. I misspoke. Yeah.
Mm.
No, what I was trying to say was what can, like before 20 years ago, I'm what I might have been considered more moderate or left. In today's world, now I'm far right wing.
Yeah, yeah.
Without even
Absolutely.
really changing my thought process. Really, I've had the same since forever.
Yeah. It's like the
beer.
definition has changed around you rather than your values or whatever sort of changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clover, come on the show.
Clover, what up?
Come on, Clover.
He can't. His mic's not working. Or doesn't have a mic.
Oh. Yours is crackly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta change my setting thing.
Beard color guy. Are you guys blind? You realize like for the last like month or more, I've had a normal color beard, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say your Smurf hair thing is gone.
It's so funny hearing you with that voice changer. BlackSheep, your voice changer on.
Oh, it's on?
Yeah.
Yeah, my voice changes on, little bitches.
Yeah, we could hear ourselves echoing in it and hearing Donnie's little
It was
accent
actually
all
kind of
high.
funny, like hearing myself through that thing, like that
How
good
the hell
old
do you?
Aussie
Your guys'
accent.
phones don't have microphones in Peru? What?
No, that's an optional extra. You got to pay for the upgrade.
Oh, did you figure that out yet?
The node thing?
Yeah, well, the
how'd you go
first
with
step
that?
is to verify my wallet, and not listen to scammers and DMs, of course. But after 48 hours in the Discord, I'll be able to verify my wallet. I wasn't gonna do anything that anybody said in DM.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
You way to lose my fucking private key.
PCM would tell you it's the thing to do.
Apparently, but that website, whatever it is, I guess it prints a fucking QR code, and he's probably like, "Yo, give me that QR code," and it's a QR code of my fucking private key. So
yeah, something like that, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely don't be doing that.
No.
Interesting.
Oh shit! No. See, hold on. Yeah, no, that's even worse because if it gives you a QR code that you're just going to send to them, chances are is that was a fucking Wallet Connect QR code or something like that, which would have meant that they could jack your session and then fucking spend all your wallet. Assholes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because it was a Wallet Connect website.
Oh yeah, dude, you so lucky you avoided that, eh?
Oh, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna I wouldn't connect it for it. Like that's the oldest fucking trick in the book. Get somebody to go into a DM and then fucking
exactly.
I was like, what is this guy talking about? Like, this makes no sense, first of all, but I'll entertain the idea for a minute, but I ain't clicking shit, Yeah. So then he was already booted out of the server by the time I talk to him again. So so clearly a scammer. Was it 70?
Apparently in the House, the Republicans cannot agree on who to make the Speaker of the House to replace Pelosi. Damn, San Francisco's homeless cost taxpayers $16.1 million for 262 tenants that they're keeping in motels. Hotel Menton is one of them. Crazy. Can you imagine just being homeless and then they just, oh, they'll pay for your hotel and just give you a place to live. Must be nice to be lazy.
Yep.
Pardon me.
Pardon me.
Oh, shit. So what else is new?
Not much.
Well, I'm running this top to bottom. Tried doing it last night, and the bloody network was kicking me off all night. But
Trump got a vote for speaker. Is that even possible? I thought you have to be a member of the House to be the speaker.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that seems pretty stupid. If they could just vote anybody, nominate anybody.
What up, Debs?
Noise.
It was kind of funny. You got another impersonator last night.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah,
That was funny as
thumbnail is today.
Yeah, and they even called. They were even like, "What did they say to me? Hey Shane, text me when you got a minute. It's urgent or something." I'm like,
sorry, but that's when you know you've made it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like, he actually said to one of the other guys, "Hey, mate," like, you know,
yeah,
see.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 points for effort because he said something completely different to me, but
yeah, to me he said, "Hello, Shane. Please text me when you are available. It's kind of urgent."
Yeah, no shit, dude.
And right away I was like, "That ain't Black Sheep. If it was that urgent, he would be calling me himself."
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
if
you guys got to say to me, you send me voice notes, bro. You don't type shit.
Right. What's up, Node?
Yo.
What's up, Professor Node at all?
How are you, serious Shane?
Yeah.
Just being serious.
Why?
No jokes. Because there's no joking here. This is a no joke zone.
There's no joke zone.
There's no more
Welcome
jokes.
to YouTube.
Oh,
nice. Yeah. Rex.
What up, Alcephus?
Wow.
So what's about to crash or blow up this week?
I think that we're gonna see some upside finally.
Let's go. It's about time. Honestly.
Yeah, it's been a year of going down.
No, you see, Clover, he's not repping the XRP army anymore. That's why it's Crypto Command Center, not XRP Command Center anymore.
Yeah.
Well, just till XRP goes on a freaking another run, then he's gonna go back to him and be like, "F all y'all bitches."
Right.
Infiltration operation. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Alcivus, what are you doing now that your arch nemesis, freaking Nagabo, is like just vanished?
Yeah.
Right, he's gone
What
now, huh?
happened to him? Yeah. What happened to him?
I don't know if he, as far as I know, and it was Alcivus that brought it to our attention, is like his Twitter's gone, his Facebook, like he deleted, as far as I know, everything, all of his social medias.
He's
Did you
got
want to
his
show us some
Instagram still.
PA note at all?
Sure. If you guys are interested,
You got the floor, man.
Little
Yeah.
TNA.
Little TNA, yeah, little TA.
We might need to get off YouTube for that one.
All right, so this is the tether chart. Okay, we had shown this a couple days ago, right? Sheep.
Hang on, let me drag this window over real quick. Okay, you're good now.
Sure.
Go ahead.
All right, so basically this trend line right here, right? I drew this one from this was the November top that we had. Okay. All right, and this trend line has been intact. This has basically been the line in the sand for the bear market to continue. Okay.
Nagabo.
Okay.
As soon as this trend line breaks, all right. As soon as Tether breaks this trend line, we're gonna see some upside. Okay. This is the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart right now. Okay. And if we look at the weekly candle, it looks pretty favorable that we could see Tether kind of it's testing this trend line right now, right on the weekly.
Getting a little wedgy, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a rising wedge, right? So if we go to like the daily chart now, you can see that now we're really starting to break down, right? We're starting to break down. We're starting to see the volatility pick up here. You know, when volatility starts spiking up and the price is coming down, that usually means we see more downside, right? And so in this case, we want to see Tether drop so we can see crypto assets go up, right? And I know that's what everybody's waiting for, but I think you know, buying assets while Tether is still in this structure is good because you're going to get a good price, right?
Absolutely.
So some people are like, well, why don't we wait till it breaks it and then back test it as resistance? That's also another strategy you could play or have if you're unsure about what to do with your capital when you want to allocate stuff to risk assets or what it is you're trying to do. Me personally, I've been buying since June. Okay, since the June low, I've been actually just buying crypto because I know that the long term, at least 1 year or 2 years out for Bitcoin is probably a positive outlook. You know, and it may be different this time around because we're going into an environment where we're actually in a recession, right? And crypto's never really seen a recession. Crypto's only been around for the better part of 10 years where we've just...
Oh, yeah.
Well, they claim it was recession proof. That was how it came to be, you know?
it was born out of a recession. Okay, it's different.
Yeah, the 2008, 2009, whatever.
It was born out of the recession. So in theory, it should be resilient to a recession, right? But the problem is that normal people don't really understand the concept of Bitcoin. They don't really get it. They don't really understand it. They don't really know why it's so much different than holding a dollar. They don't understand why it's different, right? And so this is kind of the problem that we're going to incur probably for the next, I would say up until the next cycle, because up until now, we're really only starting to see inflation start to really kick into gear. Wait until next cycle. It's going to be out of control. And once it's completely out of control, when the Fed can't do anything about it anymore, okay, people are going to go to a different form of currency or a different form of payment. Okay. It may not be Bitcoin, but I'm inclined to believe it will be Bitcoin because of how much adoption it's getting globally right now, right? And that's my take on the market.
Nice.
Basically, I think the price is going to go up. as soon as we break this trend line, right? So make sure you guys are allocating into real assets and not, assets that can go to zero, because lots of these coins will go to zero this end of this bear market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So just your layer ones, your layer twos that are actually getting use, that actually have real world use case. Like Ethereum has real world use case. As much as everybody hates Ethereum and the gas fees, it's being used by Coinbase, which is in bed with the SEC. Okay, so it's not going anywhere. These are all the clones, like BNB. BNB is not going anywhere. I don't know. I mean, the U.S. is definitely after BNB, though. I will say that. I'm personally not going to be buying BNB because I think there are other assets that I can own that will maybe outperform BNB.
Okay.
What are your ideas, your personal opinions on what's going to outperform the BNB so well?
Your OPT or whatever. Your
I think. I mean, I'm actually not in OP anymore because I don't like how their token supply is allocated. But I do think OP is going to do very, very well because of the adoption with it and how people are building on there. And I think
is it a network, a whole network?
It's a layer 2 for ETH, right? So it's a scaling solution, and the fees are pretty much nothing. It's like Binance Chain, but OP, and you're still transacting in Ether, right? You're not transacting in BNB, right? So that keeps people on the ETH chain, right? In terms of like what I've really invested in, I'm actually taking some shots at Polkadot this run because I think Dot is going to do some pretty big DeFi stuff.
Well, you're always bullish about Dot, aren't you?
No. The only thing that I don't like about Dot is how many tokens are in circulation for Dot. But that's why I've kind of hedged myself into Kusama, because Kusama is like the test network where they actually deploy applications before it goes on to Polkadot. And I think this asset right here, it only has 10 million tokens, okay, which is nothing. And 9 million tokens are already circulating. So that's not an issue. The token supply is not an issue. The tokenomics are there, are good. The bonding time for staking on Kusama is like a lot less than it is for Polkadot. I think this is going to be a good play here in the next few months. And it's also, I mean, look at this pattern right here. What's this, guys? Like, you guys know what this is. You guys know I love my pizza-shaped patterns. This is a massive wedge pattern, right? So this is a weekly chart.
What was that? I just heard massive wedgie.
Yeah. This is Kusama, man.
What up, Alcifas?
What's up? Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
What's up, man?
There we go. That's it.
Everyone.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Oh man, watching this. Excuse me for my language, but watching this shit show on Congress, man. I mean, this shit is starting to be a joke, man. So this dude got up and said,
Sorry to interrupt you. I had to do it.
yeah, no problem. Hey, this guy actually wanted to vote for Donald Trump to come to the. Even though he can't come to the Senate floor, he's not. I mean, to the congressional house. He's not even He's not a congressman.
That's what I thought. You have to be a House member to be.
Yeah,
voted,
they
right?
just doing it just to, be funny. I'm waiting for someone to say, "Well, I nominate Mickey Mouse or something."
Right.
No, see that would actually be doing the left a favor, though. That'd be doing the liberals a favor.
They doing a favor right now for them because I mean the Democratic Party is not going to elect to adjourn the meeting. They got their popcorn out and they're just watching this crap, man. Behind 21 people, well, actually it's 20 people, but one jumped ship. But
Hey, I wasn't going to come on here, but I have to set you guys right. Anybody can be a House Speaker. You do not have to be part of the House. They can elect anybody. So anybody can run for a House. Thank you very much.
So you can become a Speaker of the House.
I could become the Speaker of the House.
Hold on. I'm asking though. So without being elected by the public,
right. You heard what I said. Anybody, you could become Speaker of the House if you could get 218 votes.
How
Google
is that?
it.
How is
Google
that?
it. I'll bet you a Bitcoin that I'm right. Okay. I'll bet a Bitcoin that I'm right.
Do you even have a Bitcoin?
What
Yes,
I don't
have
bet.
few of Bitcoin.
You don't have a very good record saying that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, anyway, Google it. If you want to
I'm
match
gonna
a
Google
Bitcoin, I'm
who can
happy
be
to
the
match
Speaker
you.
of the House?
Anybody can be the Speaker of the House. You do not have to be part of the Congress to be Speaker of the House.
Bro,
simple. Okay.
Let's change the topic. I'm talking about a chart.
Yes, I'm done.
All right.
Leave it to Mr. Big.
Mr. Big.
No, I just don't want you guys to be misinformed.
Yeah, I see. It says no House seat required. I'm looking.
Anyways,
that's right.
Are you guys fucking listening? We have weekly bullish divergence
Yep.
on this asset. Okay, we have a low and a higher low. We have a low and a lower low on price. Okay, this is textbook weekly bullish divergence. Not daily,
Remember,
not 4
no,
hour.
no. I have a 4,500 S&P, and I'm
Okay.
I'm starting to love it.
Okay. First of all, let me correct Mike.
Oh, shut
Okay.
the fuck up, Alcee.
Man,
but
you
don't
shut
know
the
what
hell
you're
up.
talking
You don't
about,
even
okay?
know. But
All
let
right,
me read.
nodes
Let
out
me
of
read
here.
the
Nodes out
law.
of here. Peace
Okay.
out, guys. You guys
Let
have
me
fun.
read the law.
Later, bro.
Let me read the law. It says who is eligible for Speaker of the House.
Poor Evan.
Okay.
I know,
And
right?
it says
Yeah, he
who
says it
may
is over.
serve under Rule 1, Clause 8, the Speaker pro tempore, I can't pronounce it, must be a member of the House.
You're,
And the only
you're
way
full
you
of
can
shit,
be a
Al. I don't
member.
know where you're getting this information
Al
from.
Stevens, I did
Hey,
look it up.
I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it to
You were about
to the
1%
room.
right on your shit. So just
I
shut
was,
up, Al.
Al Stevens, I was seeing when I Googled it what.
Yo,
what
okay,
PCM was saying.
listen. Neither of you are right until one of you puts some links to your fucking backing source of
Yeah,
evidence
I'm gonna
to
do
your
it
claim
right
in the
now.
fucking Telegram. That's what I want to see, and neither of you are right until I see that.
I want to back out.
Both
I'm
of yous
going
quit
to
it.
do that. Matter of fact, let's see. It's chapter 34, House. Oh, Jesus. They give me the actual federal paper. Here, let me copy it and paste it. And y'all can search this section. Copy. And where is Telegram? Oh, man. So many apps on here, and I don't even use them.
Oh, good man.
Where's Mr. BlackSheep?
Yeah.
There
Degen
he
Protocol.
is. Yep.
What's
there
up?
you go. I just
Alright.
put it up. You read it, sir.
Okay, who may serve under Rule 1, Clause 8, the Speaker pro tempore, who must be a member of the House. Manual 632, usually a member of the majority party. Chapter 6, Section 10, such as the majority leader. Chapter 3, Section 17.5, or the majority whip. Okay.
See, I was actually seeing the opposite of what PCM was saying when I did a Google search.
No. Listen, that is till they get a speaker, okay? That's just a person they put in charge to run the House till they get a speaker. So that's what that means. So get your shit straight before you engage your brain before you engage your tongue.
No. You're talking crap. You're talking crap. It says who may become a speaker. The only way you can become Speaker of the House, you must be a member of the House.
No, 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 you're wrong, Alcee.
It says right there. He just
Hey,
read it.
Alcee, I'm reading other stuff that does back PCM though. Like one thing says that the incumbent is not what does it say? The Constitution does not require the Speaker to be an incumbent member of the House of Representatives, although thus far every Speaker has been. So every Speaker today, but it's
correct.
saying a bunch of stuff is saying that you don't have to be, which I think is crazy. But I'm seeing that what I'm seeing it is backing what PCM was saying.
Well, let me say this. The Constitution says that. That is correct. But the House, the Congress
Hey,
has
hold up.
the right.
Hey, listen. I've just looked up here, okay? Right here in Chapter 34, Office of the Speaker, okay? If you have a look under, where is it? Where did I just see this? It was in Section 2, Terms of Office and Vacancy, I think it is. No, hold on. I had it just a second ago. Basically states that while it is a practice and generally followed that the Speaker is picked from sitting members, it doesn't have to be specifically followed, although invariably it has been as part of tradition.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. What I'm also saying is that the House can make rules. If they make a rule that you have to be a member of the House, regardless what the Constitution says or anything, that is a rule. They can change the rule. For instance, the Democrats, if Nancy Pelosi gets elected today to be a House Speaker, she can change what I just sent.
Here it is, right here. Section 3, election. Speaker chosen from members. Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution directs that the House choose its Speaker and other officers. The Speaker is the only House officer who traditionally has been chosen from the sitting membership of the House. Manual Section 26, the Constitution does not limit his selection from among that class, but the practice has been followed invariably. The Speaker's term of office thus expires at the end of his term of office as a member, whereas the other House of Officers continue in office until their successors are chosen and qualified. That's directly under Section 3. So,
it's not limited to them, but right now the House rule is they have to be a seating member. But if whoever becomes the next Speaker, he can get rid of that rule, because remember, a rule is just a rule. It's not a law.
That's right. Rules are made to be broken.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, rules and bylaws are not lawfully laws.
Exactly. They're very, shall we say, enthusiastically recommended.
There's nothing under the Constitution says that we have to pay taxes.
Well, you know what they say, inflation is taxation without representation. And the more you'll just let it pass and let inflation sort of happen, the more it's just,
Here's something that Mike can agree. Did y'all know in every state, you're not required to have a driver's license to drive your car? The only people who need, according to federal law, need commercial drivers, truck drivers are required to have a license, because to have a license means you're doing commerce.
Yep.
But look at the rule.
Yeah. Morpheus and I have had this conversation a lot lately.
Yeah, but you keep checking that box off at the Department of Idiot Vehicles or the Secretary of State or whatever your state has or whatever that says you're a U.S. citizen. That means you live in Washington, D.C. So anytime they catch you outside of there, you're presumed to be engaged in interstate commerce. That's why they say you have to have a driver.
Well, like I've noticed dealing with a lot of truckers in my life, like through the motorcycle club where a lot of truckers are in it. And when we would go on like road trips, like down the 80 or whatever. The guys that were truckers, because we'd always stop usually at Love's truck stop specifically because the guys really like Love's. And they would go, hey, they'd always call each other driver. Guys they didn't know, they've never met before. Guys, hey, driver, hey, driver. And to me, it was weird. And it was like all of them. It was like calling each other dude or man or bro, you know. And then as I started learning like the law that you're talking about, it's funny because they do specify a driver as someone like a taxi cab, bus driver, or like like yourself, like someone who's running big rigs. And then it started clicking. It's weird. They call each other drivers, and like that's technically the way the law is worded, you know.
Yep.
It was just a funny thing I caught on to as I started learning that but you got to know the right way to, you know. But like say if you use your car for like Uber or DoorDash or anything like that, you still have to then technically maintain registration, license, all that stuff.
Yeah, and when I started driving, okay, because next month will be 25 years for me. When I started driving, if you're doing technically the old law, which they were changing when I became a truck driver. If you drive an Uber, taxi cab, or a limousine, you're supposed to have a commercial driver's license. But the federal department changed that. They said you just got a whole federal commercial license. But since Uber came in, they, a commercial insurance, you know, if you get in an accident while you're doing business, now they even changed that. You don't need nothing, you know.
Wow.
But
Black Sheep, when you were running taxis, did you have to have like a CDL or any special type of license, like endorsement?
No,
he
just
wasn't old
a
enough.
Just a regular C class?
you had to have a
The taxi permit,
Chauffeur's
the
license.
taxi
Taxi
authority
permit.
permit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
TA card.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not the
See,
same idea though as like someone who has a
No.
CDL.
no special
no,
license.
no. In 1986 is when, before 1986, um, every they it was called a chauffeur's license. Even truck drivers back then had
Yeah.
had a chauffeur's license. The reason why the federal government implicated the CDL, which stands for commercial driver's license, is because one truck driver, he'll get his license suspended, and let's say he's from Nevada, he'll get his license suspended and he can never drive a truck, but he'll just go to California and get a new license. And now he's legally, he can drive an 18 wheeler. So the federal government got tired of that. So they changed the law. If you get your license suspended in one state, you're suspended in all states. So for taxi drivers, they just kept them on the chauffeur's license because basically they're chauffeuring. But then they changed that and just said you just need just a permit, like he says, to work as a taxi cab driver. But now I don't know what the laws is, because look at Uber. My ex-wife does Uber and she picks up people. She ain't got no special license or a permit. And you know what's crazy? Your license, the letters, so everybody can learn. The letters goes by
Bless you.
weight.
Twice.
Anything over, like for a Class C license, which y'all got, that means you can only drive a vehicle that weighs 12,000 pounds or less, gross weight.
Mm-hmm.
Anything over that will go into a Class B. And I think a Class B can go up to 44,000 pounds. Anything over that, which I have as a Class A, I can drive any vehicle except unless I get my passenger endorsement. Buses, drive for Greyhound, because they're mostly Class Bs, but they got to have a passenger endorsement. I can drive a vehicle that weighs up to 110. Because I weigh normally fully loaded about 78,000 pounds. I don't go to the full max 80. So that's what the weight limit is. But yet you got 80-year-old men driving some of these RVs that are the size of a freaking bus.
Yeah, Black Sheep's got one that.
Yeah, and they're not required to have any courses on how to turn or back up or safety programs. They're not required to have all you need is a Class C.
Yeah. In our state, if I remember the number correctly, it's 30 feet, 10 inches. If it's under that, you only need a Class C. But 30 feet, 10 inches, that's pretty damn long for your standard person, you know?
Yeah,
What's
my
your Black Sheep?
tractor.
It's 30 feet, right? It's just under the legal limit?
Yeah, 30.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just my tractor is only like, what, 28 feet,
Yeah.
you know?
What is it, like 56 feet total or something?
70.
70.
Well,
Oh, shit.
yeah, my tractor is 28 and my trailer is 53.
53. Okay, that's the trailer, yeah.
So I'm a little bit over 28. So I'm over 70 feet. Yeah, a little bit over 70 feet. But you got some of these good old rednecks out here got these
Oh,
tractors.
here we go with this shit.
You know, they got tractors that are 40, 50 feet long. And then, and then they got their trailer. Yeah, but those are bull haulers. So, they mostly.
You sound a little jealous there, Alcifa. I'm just throwing that out there, whether you catch on to it or not.
Hell
Are you
yeah, I'm jealous. Have you been inside of some of these guys' truck? They got a shower inside of their truck. They're mostly moving like household furniture, but they got a shower, a living room, a kitchen.
Okay.
That's just in the tractor.
Why you hating? Why don't you get you one, dog? Come on, man.
Man, I'm not paying no $300,000 for that. You got your mind. I still got one more case of child support that's supposed to end by next year. You got your damn mind.
Did you? Am I the only one tuned into the show? Everybody here, Alcifa said, "Hell no, he can't get himself a nice trailer because he got to pay his child support."
Yeah, man.
How many kids you got, Al?
I only have two. I have my daughter and I have a son.
Same baby mama?
No, two different ones.
Oh, God.
My daughter,
baby mother. Oh, yes, bruh. I'm talking to you.
My daughter, she just graduated. So child support for her, she already started college and I'm just paying her college because, my son who I have no contact with and and that baby mama, I don't know, man. Something's going on because in the state of Texas, the way child support ends, two things have to happen. Number one, they got to be 18. Number two, they have to graduate from high school. If they don't graduate, you keep paying until the attorney general officer gets tired.
Who's the attorney general in Texas?
Wait, if your kid
Ken Paxton, is it still Ken Paxton?
I don't know. I know our governor was our last attorney general, but he became governor.
So if your kid dropped out, like say 12th grade year and never graduated, technically they can keep charging you because
if he drops out and he's in a GED program, you can still pay. But if he drops out and he's not furthering his education to get his high school equivalency, then you don't pay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my son right now is 19.
And you still paying?
Yep.
Boo boo.
Now there are some special circumstances. If he gets married, I don't pay. If he joins the military, I don't pay. That's the only two.
That's the only two. Oh, okay.
Yeah, outside of being normal, because
I always wanted to hit my ex for child support just to be an asshole because she was a bitch when she got the opportunity to when they were younger, but I never did. I was
But
like,
here,
screw it.
here in Texas, if your child is disabled, you pay for the rest of your life.
Damn.
Doesn't matter if they're 60.
That's some eugenics bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. What if you can prove the government's chemicals the one that made him retarded? You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
care. You know what? When it comes to Texas, I personally believe that the federal government, because all those liberals don't care about our laws, because here's the thing. Y'all already know I've been to the penitentiary. Now, under I think, what is it? The 12th Amendment? Somebody's going to have to correct me. On the 12th Amendment of the Constitution, it says that a state has the right to govern itself. It can set its own laws. Now, in the state of Texas, if you got convicted of a felony and you do not receive any more infractions of the law, convictions after 10 years, you're allowed to purchase and hold a firearm.
Yep.
It's the same thing in New Mexico. But
I've never heard that about New Mexico. Only Texas I know that about.
But under federal law, they won't let you. And
exactly.
You know why?
Yeah,
You keep saying you're a British territorial United States citizen. Well, don't believe me if you don't want to. That's fine. But I'm just saying that U.S. citizen is not American, sir. Sorry, it's not. But yeah, you keep saying you're that. You're going to be subject to the will of Congress. Whatever Pelosi and her buddies want to think up. All them rhinos up there and all that, man.
Isn't this her last year?
The bitch is 117 years old. It should have been her last year, like six fucking decades ago.
Rich as hell.
Well, here's something that Sheep and Shane ain't gonna agree with me, but for her age, she looks pretty good.
Oh, don't you dare,
Alcee.
I knew you was gonna say.
Oh, you nasty, Alcee.
Now, I will give her. I was surprised. I saw footage or pictures or whatever when she was younger, and she was not a bad-looking lady.
Y'all talking about
you haven't seen her other pictures, man. When she put on her makeup and do her hair, for her age, man, shoot.
For her age of 100 something, yeah, man,
she
looked like the crypt. Hello, boys and ghouls.
Yeah.
Crypt keeper here. I mean, Congress is in session.
Let me put up Nancy Pelosi. She looks pretty good.
Ugly as hell.
Nancy Pelosi.
She looked like the crypt keeper. The only woman that's uglier than her is Maxine Waters. That's
terrible.
I'm just telling you, that's it.
An ugly woman.
They both.
Yeah, back in like 1990s, 80s, 90s, she wasn't terribly looking. Like
no, sir.
She did. She was
You
already.
are mistaken, sir.
Actually, she was already looking old by 1990. How's that possible?
She got hit by the
She
wall.
looks like she's barely aged. Like she's barely aged since the 90s. Because it looks like she prematurely aged.
Yeah, look. See, you can't tell me that's ugly. I put it in your chat.
Oh God, why, Alcetha?
No, man.
What did we do to you, man? See,
that's two women y'all say that didn't look good. The girl from Alameda, what was her name?
Ew, Caroline. That's the ugliest.
Yeah.
Okay, no, look. Here's Nancy Pelosi. This looks like this was in 1980, 1981. Here, she wasn't too bad looking.
Man, I wouldn't mind tapping that.
Al,
no, she looked bad.
No, you got problems, Al. We need to get you some help, son.
Yeah.
First off, your eyesight is terrible. We need to get that fixed. That is,
man,
that's not working out for
next
you, man.
month, man. Y'all want to chase these fast ass, big booty. I'm not trying to. This is established. This got money and she looks good.
I don't care if she got money. Money should be fixing that.
She looked
like a man. Look, I ain't trying to be a bigot, but she looked like an old lesbian. She looked like she eat pussy better than you, man. Just let that shit go, man. Sure. Seriously, she does not look hot. Ain't no dude been sorry they couldn't get in her pants ever.
Oh, dude, look, here's a picture of her in 1961 with JFK when she was like real young.
Okay, and what she look like? Ugly as hell still.
No, she wasn't bad looking.
Did you put it in the chat, Shane?
Yeah, I just
put it
did.
in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She looked good
Looking like a
then,
crazy Carrie. Looking
but
like Carrie.
that 1990 look, I don't. She look almost like a dude. Like she's transitioning.
Yeah, the
Right.
90s. Yeah, I was going when I was looking through. She had like that butch cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
probably
this
when
one
she
I
started
put
becoming
in,
angry.
shoot, man. You know, if Nancy got problems with her man, I'm a single man.
No. No, you're not. You're not that single, man. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Sorry. LC, you can't make love to your donkey, man. No, you can't do that. No.
Oh man, come on, man.
No, you can't do that.
Hey, you.
I'm
I mean,
just saying.
I'm thinking you reading into too much.
She ugly. She ugly. You need
Oh
help, sir.
man. Well,
When
she's
was the
not
last time you
ugly.
got your eye exam?
The last time I cheated on my eye exam
Right.
was last
Quit
year.
memorizing those eye charts, Alcifa.
Oh yeah, you remember that story, huh?
Uh-huh. Alcifa memorizing eye charts so he can endanger state by state with his
Yeah.
truck
Hey
driving.
Shay, did you ever heard about the eye chart that I did? Because we need to get our DLT medical card, and they have to check our eyes every 2 years by federal law. Well, what happened was I memorized an eye chart. You know me, and then I went and because my DOT medical card has expired, saying that I have to renew it every 2 years in order to drive trucks. So I went in there. The lady said, "Okay, I want you to read line number 3," and I was like, "I know that." All right, and I was like, EF. CO whatever. She said, "Mr. Lancelin." I said, "What?" She said, "I need you to read it." I'm reading it. Read it again. And I was like, EFCB. She like, sir, stop reading it. I said, "Why? What's going on?" "You're not reading the chart." I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "Those are not letters. Those are shapes." I was like, "Oh,
Damn.
Hey, I'm not following the guy made of rubber leaving, or guy, girl, whatever, leaving those. I don't understand their comments where they're
Who?
made of rubber.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing the name
Where are they at?
the chat.
in the chat. Like
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yeah, of course Carolina pled guilty. She's going to get probation out of it, of course.
that,
She
and I
worked with
didn't
the feds.
understand.
And Pelosi and Carolina need help. I don't think so, man. I just think y'all just thinking every woman should look like Nicki Minaj.
Ain't
No, I don't
nobody
want
said
to.
that, but the women don't have to look like McGruff the crime dog, bruh.
Yeah.
Come on, you fucking up.
Yeah.
Shit.
Be
Hey,
honest.
Alcivas, you see way too many lot lizards, bro. You're like,
Serious.
your standards have gone way down, bro.
Oh,
lot
bro,
lizards.
I've been looking at
Oh, my God.
TikTok. These lizards are starting to look like superstars. Oh,
Yeah, you've been on the road too long, man. You need a vacation now, see.
Yeah. In no world is that Caroline woman attractive. All I can always go back to,
or Pelosi.
she has to have absolutely terrible freaking hygiene. Everybody would talk about how SPF was disgusting. He had bad hygiene. A girl will never be with a guy with worse hygiene than her.
Dang.
Unless she's got some nasty rotten.
Unless
cheese.
she's disgusting.
Unless she got a little bit of extra cheese on her taco. Cheese on her taco right now.
And guess who wouldn't care if a girl had bad had bad hygiene? A guy like him that probably never got any girl's attention.
They're just happy to finally get some trim finally at 30. How old is he?
Something like that.
He's like something like that.
Yeah, something like late 20s.
Hey, what about Dr. Rouge? Do you think she's hot?
Who?
Dr. Rouge.
In the 50s?
In the 50s? No, man.
How old are you, Alcifa? Let's go ahead and qualify and buy.
Dude, Dr. Ruth came out. Didn't she come out in like the 50s publicly?
Who are you talking about?
You talking about
the
Dr.
crypto-
Ruth, right?
Dr. Ruth, the old lady.
No, Dr. Rouge, the one from OneCoin.
What the
I don't
fuck?
know.
The
We
crypto
don't know who the hell
queen.
that is, man.
I think did that turn out to be a big scam, right?
Yes.
I watched
yes.
the whole documentary on that.
Yes.
I don't remember what she looked like, but I do remember she was an attractive lady.
Yes, and she's I think
Wasn't
around
she
my
Indian
age.
or something?
Yeah, something like that. I got 2 pictures of her. I'm gonna try to get her worst picture. Even
Hey, Drax, easy, Drax. Elvira was hot. Nancy Pelosi is not. Those is 90
hey,
days,
somebody's
brother.
agreeing.
Elvira
with me.
was hot back in like
Thank
when we
you.
were kids.
Elvira was hot. Yeah, she was smoking. Yeah. Not now, probably not. Elvira of 2023. Yeah, well, the wall.
What is
hits
that?
them all,
Oh,
Drax.
that
The
little
wall hits
girl
them
that
all,
plays
brother.
Wednesday that Morpheus is obsessed with.
Oh,
Yeah, I like her too.
Oh, you're both creeps.
Jenna Ortega. Oh, yeah. That's
Dude,
okay.
you're both old enough to be her
Listen,
grandpa.
so what? She got 10 years to wall, and then she'll be post-wall, too. We'll say something.
Yeah.
10 years, she'll be hitting the wall, and that'll be that.
Hey,
maybe
look,
sooner.
Shane, into the chat. That's her. Man, I think she's smoking hot. But she's wanted by the federal government, and her brother got caught.
Yeah, see, for me, she's a little bit too thick, but the way she carried herself too, I actually thought she was a like pretty lady out because she carried herself with such like she was a boss. You know what I mean? Like nobody told her what to do.
I just wanted to know, what do you mean she's a little bit too thick?
She looked like a
her
cartel
midsection.
wife. On God, tell me she don't look like a cartel wife.
Her
Like
midsection where she doesn't have a waist and it's just like
she don't look like a cartel wife to anybody. It's just me? She don't look like Pablo Escobar's niece or some shit. That's who she looked like to me.
she does look like she would. Like
Right.
the one that like once the husband died, she took over and started killing everybody.
Right. I'm gonna have to earn some respect around here.
Well, a lot of people said that she was a very powerful, dangerous woman in the sense that she had people she could make, if she wanted to, she could make you go away.
Hey, but let me ask you, if you wasn't married right now, Shane,
this ought to be good.
You
Continue.
knew who she was, and she's wanted by the FBI, and she scammed everybody. Would you go with her? Because she took billions.
Yeah, I want some of them billions. Come on, look at Shay.
I wouldn't because let's just put it this way: I've never been with anybody bigger than a size 7, unless they were pregnant at the time.
Oh man!
Unless they were pregnant, you got with a pregnant chick, Shane. You got no shame.
I had 3 kids, dude. You think that I like while she's pregnant? I was like, "Call me in 9 months, bye."
Hey, what about you? Have you been with a woman larger than a size 7?
BlackSheep's had attractive girls.
Shallow, Al. You're gonna have to get used.
The only girls that I've known that BlackSheep was with over the years, they were attractive.
But were they bigger than a size 7?
I would say no.
Well, let me take y'all two to the hood.
the ones that and like a size 7, that means they were like 6 foot tall.
The only thing Shane's not shallow about that, as long as they're hot, he don't care. They could be a trans woman, the whole shebang.
We clearly have different tastes in women, I'll see.
BlackSheep's taste the women is closer to mine. Like I said, like his ex-wife was a pretty girl. Sarah was pretty, and then he had another girl, I don't remember her name, that he was like with when I first met him, and she wasn't bad looking either.
Man, I had a size 7, size 17, size.
Who was that? What when you
When
first
I first met
me?
you, I don't know. There was a girl that you were like you would be at your shows and stuff, and I could tell that
Oh,
there
that I
was.
was just banging. Yeah.
Yeah, probably the girl you were just banging, but I
Yeah.
seen her more than one time at the shows,
Yeah.
with you.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's probably Robin or something.
I can't remember. I just remember she wasn't a bad looking girl, because if she was, it would have forever would have been in my mind like,
Yeah, right.
man, Chris, girls have ugly
I had
ones.
all types of girls, man.
Hey, Shane,
Ones
Shane,
that
what
like
about that
the
girl you
women.
dated? That was Eddie Murphy's girl. What was her name?
Oh, get fucked.
Honey
Get
Dick
fucked.
Austin.
Honey Dick Austin.
How long did you date her, Shane? Before you let
wish.
Eddie take her?
I sold her off to Eddie early on.
Early on? How much you get for it, man?
Hey, what's sad is we both agreed that tranny girl was better looking than Caroline, for example.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I think there are some errors made in the gender genome there sometimes.
Would Shane go for Madonna? No, ew.
2023? No. Do you mean that?
Maybe Madonna,
That's
like early to mid 80s.
Yeah, back when she was a material girl.
Yeah, back then. Now she's just like STD material.
Hey, you got to think though. You ain't running no sloppies next to Rodman. Rodman was tearing that up back in the 80s, though. You don't remember that?
That was more like the 90s.
Oh, was it the 90s?
Who I had a crush on?
Okay.
And now she wants to be a trans dude.
Who?
That girl from X-Men.
X-Men. Who are you talking about? Pull it up on your phone, Al. Drop it in the chat. You got to be more descriptive.
I think I know who he's talking about, but I don't know the name. I think I know. Like, she was a pretty girl, right? And like 2 years ago, all of a sudden said, "Hey, I'm a transsexual dude."
Transgender girl.
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. I mean, it is a trip. Like, it's one thing you like if somebody is like a butch masculine and they like a female and she likes women, and then later on says, "Hey, I think I'm trans." I can understand that, but when you go from like super one extreme, like very feminine and girly, to like the exact opposite, that one's hard for me to swallow. Like, imagine if tomorrow I showed up on the show, no beard, wearing a dress, but I was serious. I wasn't joking.
So you're saying because the girl was super hot, you can't take the fact that she wants to go ahead and get a penis and have a penis of her own. Seriously?
It's not that. I just wonder, like, it's hard for me because I don't want to say the wrong thing,
Yeah, I got you.
It's hard to explain it, but you know what I mean? Like I said, if
you don't sound convinced. Yeah.
If she's already butch, makes total sense. Like,
total
if a guy,
sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, dude, I just want to be a dude.
But if she's smoking hot, you're like, what? Why? What happened?
Yeah, just not even smoking hot, but feminine. Just even if she's butt ugly, but super feminine, and then all of a sudden is like super butch, like boom, the next day. That's.
I don't think it's supposed to make sense. Endocrine damage. I don't think it's supposed to make sense, bro. To be honest with you, the endocrine damage, it just happens to you. One day you big, muscular, like, yeah, what's up, man? Hey, man, yeah, let's go to the club and get some women. And next day you're like, hi, how you doing? My name is Shaniqua. It's no longer Shane. It's Shaniqua.
Shayna. It would be way easier to go to Shayna.
Shaniqua. No, you got some black fella.
I'm going transgender and race.
Well, yeah, you're going trans and black.
Just screw with everybody's head all at once.
Yeah, might as well. So not only are you getting the vagiotomy, you're getting the negroplasty as well.
I'm not even going to comment on that. As a straight white male, I'm not allowed to comment on
hey, South Park did it first. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, God. South Park has touched on every single topic that like most like if we talked about those things, we'd get shut down right now. on YouTube.
Well, look, they've offended everyone equally, and I gotta respect that. You know, everybody.
That's what I
every
say. They hate everybody equally, whether every race, every religion,
every religion,
every class of people, whether you're poor or rich.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They even specially picked on rich black people. Remember that? Do you remember that when Token was put in like whatever it was, Ebony magazine or whatever, that all the black people need to come to South Park, all the rich black people.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then everyone started burning lowercase t's in the front yard. And they'd be like, "Oh no, a lowercase t. I guess that means time to go."
All right, look in the chat. That's her 2 years ago.
Yep, that's
This
who I
is
thought
her
you were
now.
talking about. That's
Okay.
her.
Yeah.
Hold on. And now this is her.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Holy crap! I
Oh,
haven't seen her
damn.
since she went full dude like that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she had cut off her breasts.
Looks like she got
She
the
has a
zipper
picture
tits
where they
taken away
showed
too.
her scars,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can see the
but
scars.
they healed.
Damn.
Zipper tits.
Yeah, the zipper tits. Yeah.
But I mean, so look at her. I mean, that's hard to believe. That's like a 2-year difference from one to the next. I mean, who knows? Nobody could say what she felt like inside when she lived her life as a woman. I get that, but it's really hard, like when you don't have any like
Hey, but listen,
warnings.
I'm getting the Asiaplasty. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to become Asian full time.
Cut her boobs off.
Yeah,
you
this
knew
is how
she
I
did?
feel inside.
Yeah, I know. Well, we were talking about how this is a 2-year difference.
Big difference. Look at that.
That was messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
get a
said
minute.
that is messed up.
A good-looking chick and just fucking destroyed.
Just fucked it all up. Right.
Yeah, like a good-looking young lady to like a Justin Bieber dropout.
Right. Right. Just like wow.
Like, come on, like you better step your game up because Justin Bieber is way better looking than that girl or guy, whatever.
Jesus, man.
All right, that's enough Black Sheep show for me, guys.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
Oh, he just left. He left. He just left us alone. Oh, Jenny said she always was kind of tomboyish on her movies. I don't remember specific movies.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember none of it.
Well, that full trans thing, like I said, she wasn't hard to look at. You know how many women would kill for her looks before the surgery? Yeah, there's women that would kill for those looks, and she threw that shit away. Like, not good enough. Not good enough.
That's what she looked like.
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut these hair titties off.
Jesus.
She does not look better as a boy. You're out of your mind.
Other pictures that she has.
Jenny's all. That's
kind of tomboyish.
Jenny's all.
Don't
She looks
tell
better.
me your wife says she thinks she's attractive now.
No, she said she looks better as a boy. She's trying to say that she wasn't pretty.
Hell
Nah.
no, man.
No, she done. She looked good as a girl. The girls would have killed to have her looks as a girl. I don't know what the hell happened to her.
Shane,
who the fuck chopped her ass
this
down?
is how you test your wife. Ask her, do she think the girl Caroline is pretty?
Oh no, she already.
Oh, okay.
Caroline, the FTX girl.
Oh no.
Yeah.
She looks like a squirrel.
What was
She
was she facing 40 years for?
She was facing 110 or 115. Caroline.
For what? Fraud?
Yeah, she won't get anywhere near that. But I don't remember like securities fraud and like
oh god.
What's the other one? Not securities, the other
campaign donations.
No, but the other regulatory, there's SEC and then
securities fraud, wire fraud.
Federal Trade Commission is probably the one who
got something. There's two types. I think wire fraud, I think, is one of them. Interstate
wire fraud.
Yeah, no, that girl is Carol.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna be a criminal, only do crimes in your state. Don't do outside your state unless you want, interstate wire fraud as one of your charges. Enjoy. That's a little tidbit from Morpheus.
Hey, there's some federal laws you can still get charged in your own state.
Well, listen, the average U.S. citizen slash slave commits like 12 felonies a day, completely unaware of it. So, I mean, it is what it is. If you're gonna bite into the bullshit, bite into it. But the bottom line is, if they want you, they're gonna get you unless you know your way out. That's it.
Man, I can't believe she destroyed her body like that.
Oh,
I'm
that
so
girl?
depressed.
Yeah, man. Yep. She wasn't a bad looking girl, but she fucked it up. She's
For
like, oh,
all of us.
yeah, I'm sure there's many guys like, wow, what happened? That's wow. And she's hey, as long as she's living her life, as long as she don't want to, change over again, or change back within 5 years or something.
Are they gonna give her a PP?
Yeah, she's got top surgery. That's top surgery there, where they cut her boobs off and give her the old zips. But yeah, typically most of them who get the top surgery and all that, the bottom surgery is right around the corner.
Yeah, man. They're gonna give her something bigger than mine.
Well, it's difficult for I mean I think they cut part of it from the leg and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know, but yeah, man, it ain't no joke. So, but as long as she is happy with herself and her body, hey, that's her thing. Whatever, she's old enough to make the right decisions for herself.
Yep. That's what I think too. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care what anyone does themselves as long as they're happy and comfortable with themselves. But don't push it on me and my kids and you.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Just be yourself, whatever you are, whatever your sexual, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Just be you, do you, but do you. Don't try and do everybody else.
Yeah, don't make everybody play along with your bullshit.
And you know what I get tired of? When these specialized groups come out, they always want to compare themselves. Well, look at the blacks. Well, y'all, it's just like the blacks. Y'all discriminate them. They always using black people. Just like when those women, when the Supreme Court overturned the Wade v.
Roe versus Wade.
Yeah. They came out. And it's like, well, it's gonna hurt every black woman out here because they're in. It's like, God, here goes black people again. And now that community, the gay community, well, we want rights. It's just like the blacks. You did it to the blacks. Now you're gonna do it to us. It's like, damn, stop using us.
It's always white liberals that are the worst. Like, too, white liberals are always the ones that tell black people what's best for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you guys. How many times have you guys had white liberals tell you what's best for you because you guys tend to lean the opposite way?
Let me tell you this. This is what I tell everybody, okay? Especially the white liberals. The reason why I'm conservative, because these people are not continuously reminding me that I'm a black man. White liberals always tell me, oh, we're going to make a law to protect you. I don't want a law to protect me because I'm black. I want a law that protects me, a law that protects everyone, including me, because being black is not a handicap. You make laws, you do things for those who are handicapped, like make a law that if you got an open business, you got to have certain parking space for those who are not as mobile as us, handicap spot. You don't make laws for me. Make a law because I'm an American. Don't make a law because I'm black. Yes, discrimination. You want to make a discrimination law? Yes, make it for everyone. You can't discriminate an Asian, but don't sit up here and say, "Well, we got to protect the blacks, and we're going to make a law for the." Nah, I'm
right. Like how discriminatory is that, right?
Exactly.
Say we only kill.
I've heard that excuse.
Well, kill.
Well, all the laws before were meant for white men. Well, you're probably on the right track, but that doesn't mean like we need to revert back to that now and start picking laws for people specifically based on the color of their skin.
Yeah.
We're trying to get away from all that.
Or away from that bullshit, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
barbaric. No matter which side it is. If there's a law that they say, well, we're going to make this one to help white people. We're going to make this one just to help black people.
It's like saying, okay, well, we only kill killers because it's wrong to kill.
Hey, I'm for the death penalty if you do bad enough shit.
Hey. But see, I want to throw a little zazoo in there. Like, hey, look, okay, so they iced your peeps, right? You bitter about that. That's cool. Now we'll keep them in jail for the rest of their life, and that's cool too. But if you want to throw the death penalty on them, you as family of the victim that got murdered, got to be the one to kill them. That's it. If not, we just keep them in jail for life. What do you think?
Well, fundamentally, I would agree with you, but economically, I can't. I'm not going to feed and give free housing to a dude for the rest of his life, and he can get all the booty holes he wants.
First off, you ain't doing none of that anyway. He's got a private trust that's paying for all that. Okay, you got one too, just you don't know about it, and you can't get to it. So
I got a private trust.
Yeah, you do, bro. You got a Social Security number, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done.
And you think by the time I retire, you think Social Security?
No. Hear me out. What you get, because they say you can get it is totally different. What you get, I tell you right now, if you go do a crime, they got enough money to lock you up forever without paying nothing out of their pocket. It's actually coming out of your money that you don't know about. The Public Charitable Trust.
It's called taxes.
I wouldn't go there either. No, you've been making money for them for a long time since since they gave you a Social Security number.
Yeah, that we shouldn't touch on too much on Sheep's channel. He doesn't want us
you're right about that. Yeah,
discuss that too much in depth. Little bit, he says, is fine, but
you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because you don't know about it, don't mean it ain't there, bro. So you could say you paying taxes and blah blah blah, and that's a nice thought, but it not working like that, my friend. Okay, they make their money no matter what. Okay, you have to understand. They're gonna get the money, and you got the money. Whether you know you got the money or not, they're gonna get it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just one thing I just could say too is just always be respectful though to when you come across law enforcement, people like that, no matter what, just be respectful no matter what your status is. Because you just respect them. Educate them.
Are you and your wife, Shane, going to go see that movie, Megan? I'm going to see it.
Oh, that's the one with that
the lady Chucky. Yeah, the female Chucky.
Yes,
I've seen we went and watched Avatar 2, and I saw they had the little
the female Chucky, the AI female Chucky.
Yeah, I want to see that. That looks good.
Yeah. Because who doesn't want to see like a bimbo fluff girl turn into like a serial killer, like Child's Play? Yeah, who doesn't want to see that shit?
Yeah, I want to see it.
He's like, I want to see it.
Hell yeah! Hey, did you hear that? I don't know, man. Somebody has to come and explain to me what the hell's up with DC, man. What do they call it? DC Universe?
DC
like the new Superman and stuff.
Man, this dude that is in charge of the DC Universe, man, fired The Rock. There's not going to be, there's not going to be a Black Adam 2. Fired the dude who was Superman.
What he fired The Rock for?
They said he wasn't pulling numbers.
Oh, okay.
So they got rid of him, and what was that guy who played the Witcher? What's his name?
I don't know. The Witcher?
Uh,
Is that what you said?
yeah, the guy who played the Witcher.
I know who you're talking about, but why is he on DC movies?
Yeah, he was the Superman.
Oh my god, I never even put that together why his face looked familiar when I watched The Witcher.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He let me get his name. His name is Henry Cavill. Yeah, he was the Superman, and he was gonna get his job back because The Rock pushed everybody to give him his job back, and he showed up at the end of Black Adam as a cameo. So this new dude who's in charge of DC Universe fired him, fired The Rock, and even fired Gal Gadot,
Who's that?
Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. Is the Israeli girl, right?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
is pretty. She's a
yeah.
pretty girl.
She's hot. She was in the army too.
Yeah, they all have to be. Every Israeli has to serve for at least what 2 years, from like the age of 18 to 20 or something.
Yeah.
I knew a guy in Vegas. He was from Israel, but like he moved to America when he was, I don't remember, like elementary or middle school, whatever. But he went through like all of high school, and then after he graduated high school in the US, he had to go back to Israel and spend his 2 years in the military. I was like, but you're American now. He's like, it doesn't matter. I still have to go.
I wonder if Batman had to serve 2 years.
I don't think anybody can get out of it unless maybe your parents are rich and powerful.
I think Batman was born in the United States and he was raised over there. I think his parents are from there. But he lives there now still, you know. He didn't stay in the United States too long. I think he likes living in Israel.
Oh, that Batman guy that Drax keeps talking about? Crypto Batman or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I have no idea who the guy is. So he lives in Israel?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's an American.
An American in Israel?
I think he was born here, and his parents are originally from there. All of his family's from there, and then he just moved back to Israel and just stayed there.
I would love to go to Israel someday just to see like the Holy Land. But like being an American, I feel like it's a little bit too dangerous to be in that part of the world because I'm noticeably an American. You know, I'm big and tall and pale skin. Or I'm definitely either that or European, you know. But I mean, if I grew my beard out real big and my grew, you know, let my hair grow out a little bit because it's dark. But I've had some friends that went there. Like he did like a dirty hippie pilgrimage backpack thing, and he loved it. But he learned some of the Hebrew and Arabic language before he went over there. But he had a good time. Now, Alcifas, for the for you Muslims, isn't Israel also a very important religious place for you guys?
We have a religious monument over there, but it's not all of it. All of it. It's just a bunch of disputes. But we have a religious monument over there.
So, like for the Muslim faith, where would be considered more the Holy Land? Then is it like the whole Middle East, or would you say it's more?
No, just Mecca and inside of Saudi Arabia.
Okay, and Mecca's that thing where they have the big, huge like block thing, right, and all that.
You mean hold on? You mean the Kaaba?
Where they all pray and stuff?
Yeah, it used to be. It was built by Abraham, and it was a church back then. But yeah, that's the Kaaba. We all
Okay.
supposed to go there once in our lifetime, and we do that uh, during a time that we call Hajj. It's like I think right after the month of Ramadan, and you see, here in the United States, we're on a solar calendar. We measure time, our days by how many rotations it go. One complete rotation around the sun is 1 year. Over there, they go they go by a lunar calendar. So the month of Ramadan every year moves up about 12 days.
Hmm.
They measure time or days by, how many moons or new moons they see.
Hmm.
So, like,
Interesting.
you could put when the month of Ramadan is going to be this year, and then next year it'll be 12 days earlier. So we go over there, the whole world, all the Muslims, and we're supposed to do at least once in our lifetime. And we go to the Kaaba and we walk around it. Forgot how many rotations. I can't remember how many rotations. And then we go to a lake that is called uh uh the Zamzam, which we're supposed to drink from. It's a whole. It's like I think it lasts is like 12 days. I have never done it.
Yeah. So, so much. Now, at some point, do you plan on going and doing all the stuff
Hopefully,
like?
when it's safe, because right now I'm not trusting the Saudi government.
But
I
My
you,
black
think he
but
said,
behind.
I'm not trusting the Saudi
well,
government.
but you being a Muslim and being not white, I mean, honestly, wouldn't they be more inviting to you than say like,
Al
Not
Sifa.
really.
Al Sifa, look, just go to Dubai. You'll be safe in Dubai. It's
Yeah,
no
Dubai,
problem.
you're safe,
so
but
even being a black Muslim, you don't think they would treat you better than me being like a white Christian? Like they would just treat us the same because we're American?
uh,
Mm.
me being a black Muslim, I got a little bit of leeway, but
Not much.
not much. But in my opinion, from my experiences, certain Islamic countries are not too kind to blacks. They don't even, there's not supposed to
Uh-huh.
be any racism in the Islamic faith, but
It's
But there is.
it does live,
there
yeah.
is, yeah.
Well, there's not supposed to be
Especially,
in the Christian faith, but then you got Christian Knights Ku Klux Klan. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, and especially the ones who catch the most hell out of the blacks are the ones that are UKs when they live in the
Oh,
UK.
really?
Yeah, because there's a lot of Muslims over there in the UK, and they don't look at blacks. It's just these what I call traditionals. They think they're better than us. I mean, they'll still talk to us and blah blah blah, but you will catch there's some. I mean, they'll talk to you, but you ain't gonna marry their daughters.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
that
like
type of situation.
that
Yeah.
that's fucked up, man. See, and that's the main reason. Like, when I know I'm in an environment like that, I pretend to be Hindi, my friend. I am telling you. And it goes over great. I am light skinned enough. Al Sifa, you're fucked, buddy. You're not passing by me.
Yeah.
You could be fucking. You could be almost purple and be Indian. It's just they have different features. It's weird because they have features more like a white person, like smaller lips and nose.
Right?
But then they're darker than Alcifas and you put together.
They ain't got them Jay Z lips. H to the Izzo, L to the Lipo. Yeah, I know.
But the thing about in 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 my faith, I think most uh misconceptions about
Mm-hmm.
my faith comes from our own community. For
Really?
instance, yeah, like this theology about pork. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Muslims, we don't eat pork. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
number one, there's a lot of foods we don't eat. It's just not pork. It's
Oh, okay,
pork.
okay. If it is
It's
not, if it is not halal, you don't touch, right?
yeah, like, well, there's certain
Right.
animals like we don't eat ox, we don't eat horses, we can't eat horses, we can't eat snake, frogs. That's pork is not the only thing. But of course, those people from the Middle East, you know, they some of them are just making it look like it's only pork. Second thing, you'll see some of these people from the Middle East. If you put him in a cage and you say you're going to be here for 10 years and you only fed him and you only option he has is to eat pork chops, that man will die before he eats pork chops. But yet in the Quran it says only by necessity you are allowed to eat it. But they put it, no, if you eat pork chops and you're gonna die, you're gonna go to hell. No, 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 no. If you
Uh,
do it willfully, that's one thing. But if they put you in a penitentiary and a penitentiary, only thing they're gonna serve you is bacon for the rest of your 10-year sentence, you're okay.
well, here's the thing. Like, the Russians had problems with like the Arabs and shit for a while, and what they would do, okay, is what they would put a bunch of pig's blood on them before they killed them. And
Yeah.
that's when the Muslims stopped fucking with the Russians. Like, man, no, no, they are very, very. They put the pig's blood on. No, we don't mess with them. Very sorry. Tell Putin we
Let,
sorry.
let, let me tell you a true story, and you can
Hmm.
Google it. And
Okay.
this is how some of these Middle Easterns that, a lot of, believe it or not, a lot of um, Middle Eastern Muslims, they really don't rock with me because I tell them the truth. I say, first of all, like, you know, I, I don't practice what Louis Farrakhan practiced. I practice the real Islamic faith. But he's
The
right about
peaceful
one
one.
thing.
What's
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
What's he
But
right
he's
about?
right about one thing. Stop trying to turn me into an Arab. I'm a black man, and there's a lot of culture that the Arabs have that has infested in and um into the Islamic faith that gives everybody a bad vibe when it comes to Muslims. And before I tell you the story, let me give you an example. Like
Hmm.
this crap about I'm walking and my wife got to walk 5 steps behind me. That's not Islam. That's their culture. Their culture has nothing to do with the Islamic faith. Or women can't learn or go to school, or women can't drive. That's their culture. That has nothing to do with my Islamic faith. But let me tell you this true story. About 8 years ago, okay, we got a lot of Middle Eastern truck drivers out here.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Lots.
from India, from Saudi, Kuwaitis, whatever. They mostly live in Canada. But we got them here in the United States. And this became a big ass news story, which I was pretty upset. The the driver was a devout Muslim, okay? But they told him, I need you to go to this address and pick up this load. And he looked at the address. The load was that he was going to pick up was a load of beer from Anheuser-Busch. He said, I can't pick it up because it's beer. It's against my faith. Did you know he sued the company because they fired him and he won?
Good for him.
But the thing is, that's not true. The you can go the the faith says you can't consume it.
But you could
There's
transport it.
yeah, yeah,
He's doing his
you're
job.
yeah, but for he went out as far to sue a company saying they could have gave him a different load. But the thing is, look, if your job's telling you to drink, there's still a discussion because in my faith, in the Quran, I'm just saying, in the Quran, it says you cannot drink yourself into slumber. Jesus drank wine. I drink beer, but I don't drink to get drunk. That's my stance on that. There are some Muslims that say, no, alcohol is off written. I respect their interpretation of the Quran. But to go out here and push your belief onto other people, say, look, we're going to load this load of beer and you're going to take it to Walmart and say, oh, I can't do it because of my faith. Man, come on, man. And you can Google this story.
That's crazy. Well, I'm surprised that they didn't pull that out of on the court case like he could have, but he refused it.
I don't know why. I don't even know how he won. What was shocking when you go to court, you got to prove it. Prove your case, and then the people who have their lawyers prove their case, or have someone from the Islamic community, at least three. Hey, what is this? Is he? Are we violating his religious beliefs? No, man. I mean, if they ask me, I don't know where he gets this, where he can't transport it. I mean, that's like if you I guarantee you, he picked up a load of bologna that had pork in it. I know he picked up some food.
Right.
I don't see him telling his company, hey, man, I can't pick up these hot dogs that's made out of pork. Or, hey, man, these hot dogs you putting on my truck, is it all beef?
Right? Are these hot dogs halal? They're not halal. I can't transport. If they're not halal, I cannot transport.
Yeah. And then you got places. Well, one place in the United States, it's overrun with nothing but Muslims. What's that city name in
Dearborn.
Michigan?
Dearborn.
Man, they
I've
over
seen
there.
the little kids, but a lot of them are like the extremist kind. Like I've seen little kids going through there. It was like a Christian parade. They were throwing rocks at and shit at these Christians and during their parade and telling them they're not wanted there, they're not welcome there. And then the police come up and the police don't do shit about it. Just tells the Christians that then they need to hurry up and get out of the way. That's what they told them because the cops didn't want to. They work in Dearborn.
Getting a political. They don't have. It's okay. Dearborn, Michigan is not like an Indian reservation. They don't have a sovereign land.
Yeah,
it's a city, but
they think they do.
they think they do, but for some reason or some way how they do have their own court system over there that it's only where when it comes to divorce you go to, if you're a Muslim, you have the right to go to their court system only. You don't have to go to the United States court system. But over there, man, I love those brothers and sisters and everything, but they're a little bit too extreme over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. So, so when it comes to my faith, there's a lot of disagreements. I think they're really misreading what the Quran say, and they're taken to extreme. These in my faith, when they look at when someone asks me, like, here's the thing I deal with other Muslims. And I don't go around telling everybody I'm a Muslim. They'll figure it out. But when I get in contact with another Muslim, like a Muslim come up to me and say, hey, are you a Muslim or are you a revert? What the hell? That revert means a person who converted to being a Muslim. But I tell them I'm just a Muslim.
Yeah. Why does it matter?
Hey, for these Middle Easterns, they believe if you're a Middle Eastern, you're born in Saudi Arabia, you're automatically a Muslim. No, you're not, because even the prophet we follow, Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessing be upon him, even says you're not a Muslim until you declare yourself as a Muslim and you are old enough to pick up the Quran. But these people say just because I'm born or my parents are a Muslim, I'm a Muslim. So if you're not born in one of these Middle Eastern countries, they automatically think, oh, you're a revert and you're below me, like they're promised to go to heaven. I tell them off the back. I say, first of all, you shouldn't use the word revert. Revert means to leave and come back.
Yeah.
You mean I'm a convert. Well, you was always a Muslim, but you just came back. Nah, bro. So I get in a lot of arguments with these people. I even got in an argument with my mosque in El Paso, okay, when they said Bitcoin is haram. Now they said Bitcoin is okay. And they fight me over this. And once again, I prove them wrong.
What are your thoughts about the whole Moorish community there, Alcifa?
The Moorish Science Temple? Yeah. Yeah.
There's Freemasonic symbols all over their paperwork and shit, right?
Yes.
I'll be a dead ass serious too.
Well, here's my opinion. Noble Drew Ali, it was the first man who actually brought anything remotely looked like Islam to the United States, because at the time, even the people from Saudi Arabia that lived here did not even want to claim to be Muslims, because they didn't want to sit here and feel the discrimination and all of that. See, back in the 1920s, yeah, things were not nice here if you wasn't Caucasian.
Right.
And Noble Drew Ali is the one that try to teach black people to get out of their situation that they're in and stop depending on government and have your own business and all of this. Now, he's the one that taught, actually, in my opinion, which been said many times, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's how you got the Nation of Islam. Nation of Islam derived from the Moorish Science Temple, and that's where you got Malcolm
And
X.
it's all that deep black racism.
But that's what I thought that was when you started bringing that up. That's that super black power, completely racist.
You know why? You know why is racist. Oh! Fun fact. Louis Farrakhan's a Freemason. I got a picture of him in all his Masonic regalia. You ever want a copy of that, Alcifa? I'll send it to you.
Yeah. And so was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a Freemason too.
Right.
Yeah. But see, my opinion on those groups, they were needed back in the 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s, because it had to take something like that in order to wake up the black community and say, look, man, and even Malcolm X said, stop voting Democrat. Because back then they were called the Dixiecrats.
Yeah, Dixiecrats. Yeah.
Joe
Biden was a Dixiecrat.
Exactly.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids going to school, that racial jungle with all them big lip.
Yeah, he does not want his kids going to school in a racial jungle.
Exactly. And they are trying to keep African Americans economically enslaved. So do I agree with them? No. I mean, there's a lot of truth to what they're saying, but anytime you try to mix truth and pure lies with religion, hey, I got to step away from them. I pick certain things out of what they say that is factually true, certain things, but there's a lot of bull crap into what they're saying. Even with Louis Farrakhan, I respect the man. I understand he's from that time. You're not going to change that man. Politically, I agree with these guys, but religiously and this blue-eyed white devil crap, nah. But I am grateful for these guys back then, because imagine if these guys did not wake up, because Martin Luther King was not getting it. I'm sorry. He did a lot, but that was off the back of Noble Drew R. Lee, off the back of Marcus Garvey. We needed some serious wakening up right then and there.
What's sad
Sam
though is
Cooke.
that as soon as Malcolm X became peaceful and he changed his
Yeah.
ways, they killed him. They were like, we can't have this. You know,
Yeah.
they needed him to be that extremist, though. You know, so they had a
But you
bad.
know why they really killed him? Because when they suspended him, and there was someone back then found out that Malcolm X found out that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the first leader of the Nation of Islam, had an agreement with Lincoln Rockwell. Yeah, I think his name was Lincoln Rockwell. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but he was the man I think was in control of all the steel in the United States, and he was a part of the white supremacists. And he had an agreement. I don't know what the agreement is. I mean, y'all caught me off guard. I wish I would have stated, but this is why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Malcolm X, you do not need to say anything negative about John F. Kennedy. And when he did say something, that's when they suspended him, and he found out why. This man had uh, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was getting his assistants pregnant.
Right. He was doing the whole pedophilia thing, right?
Yeah.
Essentially what it was.
And then do they want to try to say that's oh, these are my wives, because one of the women he got pregnant is still part of the Nation of Islam, and she's a top member over there. See, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he married a woman. Her name was Sister Clara Muhammad. They don't even consider her anymore. And of course she passed away, but he never remarried. He got like 7 different women pregnant, and only one of them agreed, oh yeah, I'll say you are my husband and this and that. And his son, one of his the women who got pregnant, the son, he's my age, and he still practices. He's some type of supreme captain over there in Chicago.
Dude, I got blocked a couple of years ago on Twitter by like a bunch of the super racist the Islamic whatever, the Brotherhood, because I would go and find like big famous ones that I recognize from TV, and I would write to them and be like, and I would tell them, I would like you to debate me and explain to me why you hate me just because I'm white. And they would all block me. They would, a lot of them would never respond, but all their little minions would start calling me mayonnaise packet and tell me they're going to slap the mayonnaise out my mouth and blah, blah. But I legitimately wanted to have like like just to sit down and be like, okay, tell me all the reasons why you hate me and what I've done to you, and at the end of it be like, okay, so what did I do to you? When he tells me of what the white man has done to the black man, he wouldn't, I wanted to know, well, what did I do to you? What did I do to you to make you hate me? Just to try and bring it out, to his mind, and that he's no better than the Klan or anybody else, but they don't get it.
Yeah,
they hide behind
they don't
their
even
religion.
believe what what they're supposed to believe in. You should get a book called A Message to the Black Man and actually read it. Because if you read it and if you're intelligent, you will know that basically the reason why white people are here is because black men supposedly created the white man so we can get them to enslave us.
Oh
This is
God.
straight
What?
out. There's a book. You could probably read it online for free. It's called A Message to to the Black Man, and it's written by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Oh God. No wonder. Okay.
Wait, so he said,
racist.
so he said that black folks invented white people just so we could
Yep.
enslave them.
Yeah. What happened is there is a scientist called we call him the big-headed scientist named Yakub, and his son took a magnet, two pieces of magnet, and he was playing with it, and he noticed it one end attracted to the other end. So he looked up to his dad, which makes no sense, and said, "Look, I'm going to create a race of people that are going to rule you." So his dad got mad, put him on this one island, and what he did, he took a black man and a black woman and started grafting the gene out of it, making each child to be a lighter shade. Took him like 100 years until you got a white man, and then he created the race of white men.
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
if you don't believe, I'm telling you, read it. It's in the first 2 pages.
Wow. That's almost as crazy as like with the not anymore. I think the Mormons God changes their mind in the Mormon religion. But like back in the day, I know that the Mormons used to think that black folks, you guys were black because you were the line of Cain. So the way that you were cursed by God, so everybody forever knew you came from the line of Cain and not Abel. You
Oh
were
wow. That
Cain's
sounds
offspring. Cain's offspring were black as a punishment, so they could never outrun, the sins of thy father type shit. And I know nowadays they don't believe that. And I've even talked to Mormons, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" Some are like, "Yeah, I know about that." But I've had
The
ones
only
before. What are you talking about? I'm like, look it up.
the one who brought out the curse was from the Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. They believe that black people were cursed, and they used this passage out of the Bible, which you can look up. I have nothing but time to read all day, so that's how I know a lot of things. The Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan believe that one day, and it's in the Bible, Noah got so drunk he fell to the ground, and when he woke up he found himself naked, and his sons were looking at him and laughing at him, and he told his sons, "I curse you and to your children and your children's children." So because of them two got cursed, this is how black people came around.
There's so, it's funny because so many of the ways that black people came around are like they're such negative, like what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you got to understand that if you look in the Book of Mormon, you're going to find something similar. They think all black folks are cursed and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
and black people back in the past, no matter if you were the best person in the world
Doesn't
and an
matter. Yeah.
amazing human being, you automatically went to the lowest level of heaven. They didn't believe in hell, but the lowest level of heaven is basically hell. And I guess now God changed their mind, and like now the black people can get to like the second or third level of heaven or whatever. But like, so I could be, because I'm white, according to what they used to believe. They don't believe it that way anymore. They've changed it, but that because I'm white, if I'm like a serial killer and I'm just a terrible human being, I'm going around killing people and doing just terrible stuff to other human beings, that I'm going to end up in the same place as you, even if you're the best human being in the world because you're black.
Golly.
That ain't that fucked up?
Yeah, that is. But you know what? Throughout history, Black history has been averted and tried to be erased. The first person who ever tried to erase evidence of black people, do you know who he was?
No,
Alexandra the Great.
the Roman leader, right?
Yeah, you ever seen the Sphinx?
Yeah. Oh, that's why they say he cut off the face, huh?
Yes, because it
I've
showed
heard
that it
that.
had wide noses. He took an arrow, not a regular bow and arrow. He had one of those Galantine machines that had a big arrow, and he shot him off. And because he didn't want evidence that black people or Nubians at the time existed.
Yeah. I've heard there's been rumors or speculation that he might have done that to the Sphinx because of the facial features.
Yep.
Well, it's all speculation because ain't nobody old as fuck to know what the hell, what really went on and all that shit.
Yeah, you're right on
Well,
that.
I mean, it was
You're saying.
speculation to what he did, but it coincided to the stories of the what do you call it, hieroglyphs inside
Hieroglyph?
hieroglyphs on the walls of some of these buildings and some of these tombs. I mean, even with Jesus, man, they erased a lot of his history because this is why we get into the fact that people are trying to change history, because when you read the Bible talk about him from the day he was born all the way to age of 10. After age of 10, you don't hear nothing about Jesus until he was 33, and that's when he died.
Yeah.
So what happened between 10 and 33? I mean, that's 23 years of history that has not been is not written about Jesus.
Right.
But you can look at other people's history. You'll get specks here and there, but you know, but they didn't want nobody to know where was Jesus, what he was doing, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's been proven he was a real man in history, whether or not you believe or agree with who he claimed he is. He was a
Yeah.
real man in history. And even
Yeah.
my kids, like when I taught them that, they were like, no, I'm like, he was a real man in history, whether or not you believe the stories, you believe who he says he is, you believe who other people believe. He was a real man in history, just like Muhammad, all these guys. They were all real men in history.
Yeah, and you know why they and if you paid attention, people, to what Shane said, why he's saying he's a real man. A lot of people think Jesus is mythological because of the fact they can't get the time period of Jesus correct, and unfortunately, that's one of the problems with the Bible. Because remember, the king, when he heard that there was going to be a new king that's going to save all the people, this king wanted to kill all the boys to age of 2 and under.
Yep.
But here's the problem: some people find out, and it told you he was a king, and there was another king in another country, but they found out that, well, that can't be actually correct. I guess he got the prophecy too early because Jesus was born after him, so he couldn't be searching for him.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot that one king with the three, so the three wise men. But then again, you know, Sarah was pregnant. What was Sarah? She was one of Mary's sisters. So I don't know, but people think Jesus wasn't real, and Jesus was real. Rather you can get his time period right or when he was born, it don't matter. You can't tell me a man like that. I know you can say, well, Santa Claus, nah, but well, even Santa Claus was real. What was his real name?
Christopher Kringle, or well, that's the American. His real one was some screwed up like
Russian name or
yeah, or
European
like
name.
Dutch
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But it translated to like Chris Kringle or something like that.
Yeah. And and you know what? That was my next history that I wanted to read because they said that this guy wasn't all straight up.
Right.
That's why I
Oh,
love reading history, man. It's fun sometimes because you'd be like, wait a minute.
dude, there's actually a movie that came out this year. We watched here at the house, but it's in the theaters. It's called Violent Nights.
Yes.
It's actually pretty good. Like, so Santa, before he was Santa, he was like a Viking warrior. So he's a badass, but he don't want to hurt nobody, but he's kind of forced to kill a bunch of people during the movie. But it's like, and nobody believes he's the real Santa, obviously, you know. It's a pretty good movie. I was actually surprised. I was like, oh, it wasn't too bad.
I got this app that is called BTV. I get to see all the movies. 100% crisp and clean.
I've got that one on my Fire Stick as well as a couple other ones.
Oh yeah.
I got BTV on there.
Cause Showbox, man, they shut them down.
I know the Showbox. I know the name. I don't think I ever used that one. But I used to, because I worked for the cable company and I would catch people like stealing internet, and I would be like, look, I have to disconnect this because I have to, or because I can lose my job. Like, I'm not going to report you, but I would advise you don't touch this and do it again because people can come in behind me, because I still have to take pictures of how I found it too, you know?
Yeah.
So basically I could just be like, oh yeah, you know, I found it this way, but I fixed it. Because sometimes that would happen.
You can go to prison for that.
Yeah.
That's a federal law.
Yeah. And it had to do with I don't remember the exact year or the name of it, but back in I want to say it was like the 70s or 80s. They were flying low at an airline was flying low coming over a city. I want to say it was just Chicago or Detroit, somewhere back there. And there were so many people stealing cable in that city that typically too, when you steal cable, you don't do it right. So a lot of the signal is releasing, right? So the signal released into the air, it interfered with this airplane's gauges or communication. Yeah, and it crashed and it killed everybody. That's why it became a federal felony if you're caught stealing. Yeah.
Dang.
But
because somebody don't know how to steal it right because they leave so much exposed wire, and the wire is the R5 or something like that, and it leaked in the air, and it's
RG5, I think it was. I don't remember.
Yeah. I just know it got a lot of copper, and it's supposed to be fiber. It's what fiber optical cable is made out of. It's supposed to be the fastest thing that we can transfer information. And you telling me people that this signal will leak in the air and it will screw up the navigation and these people be crashing?
Yeah. Took down a whole plane, killed everybody.
Jeez.
Bible study Thursdays. We learned so much here, right? We were talking about yesterday. We're talking about like candy and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I gotta hit the sacks. I gotta get up in the morning and start driving because I'm 5 hours from El Paso to my city, and I'm supposed to drop and hook and head to New York.
Oh shit!
Camden,
all right, then I guess we'll go ahead and end the stream. I'll cut it off too. But thanks for coming on out, Cephas. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Seriously.
Yeah. You see that, people?
Y'all.
Christians and Muslims, it doesn't matter. We love each other and we respect.
And Hindi. Don't forget Hindi.
And a pretend Hindi.
Yeah. You call me pretendi. Anyways.
Win, Lambo, yellow, Lambo, win, Lambo, yellow, Lambo, win, Lambo, yellow, Lambo, win, Lambo, yellow, Lambo, win, Lambo. Lambo, yellow, Lambo.
I wanna pom pom pom. You wanna pom pom pom. She wanna pom pom pom. We wanna pom pom. Let's go, girl.